Highly Strung Hannah by Robert Chantler. This week, Disturbing the Peace.
I can't stand it, Tim. It's driving me mad. Well, not mad, crazy. No, not crazy.
It's all right, darling, I know what you mean. Very inconsiderate. Mind you, it is only the afternoon. There's not much we can do.
It wouldn't be so bad if he was playing something nice. Is he deaf? Does he need to play it that loud? What's he playing it on, the bloody home cinema system?
Just a boombox, I think. I wouldn't play anything that loudly myself.
No, because you have manners. When you can't sit in your own garden and enjoy a bit of peace and quiet, it's too much.
Well, do you even know which house it is?
Oh yes, number 15, 4 houses away from us, and we can still hear it.
Well, let's see what happens. I could go round there and ask him to turn it down.
Oh yeah, and offer him cupcake.
Right, I sorted out Casanova for you.
Yes, darling, but that doesn't make you Rambo. Casanova may have been a slimeball, but he wasn't the type. You know, the type to beat you to a pulp for complaining about his music.
Well, do you want to go?
No. Mind you, I'd probably make a better job of it than you would. So now we can see why they're putting that marquee up. For God's sake, I need to sleep.
Well, you're normally awake anyway, worrying about things.
Well, now I'm worrying about this.
Oh, it's not that loud. We could shut the window.
Why should we? I like the window open. It's a summer night and I want the window open. Oh, I'll go round there and smash up their stereo with a baseball bat. I'll shoot a flaming arrow and burn the bloody marquee down. I'll go round there and...
No, you won't. There's a lot of them, and some of them are probably drunk. They won't take kindly to you spoiling their party.
You're just scared.
Yeah, I'm not the one who's planning to go.
If it's not quiet by midnight, I'm going round there with a baseball bat.
Right, well, I'm not responsible for what happens to you.
Of course you're not, you big girl's blouse. Open the door! Open the bloody door!
What?
There's no need for that attitude.
What?
There's no need for that attitude. Are you going to turn that music down?
Nah, it's a party. We don't have them every day.
If you want a party, hire a village hall or a function room or something, you noisy antisocial prick.
Don't think I won't clonk you just because you're a woman. Now shove off.
It's gone midnight. This is not acceptable. And you haven't heard the last of this. You don't want to mess with me. I was on Crime Watch.
Well, guess what? I've been on Crime Watch too. For GBH. Now shove off.
Right, that's it. I'm getting me husband now.
You're alive!
He threatened me. I told him I'd be sending you round.
Why did you do that?
I don't know, because you're about as threatening as a kitten. But I have now, so you'll have to go.
Will you come too?
No, pretty man.
All right, but if he kills me, I'll be very cross with you.
Got something to say, have you? Have you?
Would you mind awfully just turning the music down a bit?
Yes, I would mind now. I'd guess your wife to shove off, and now I'm telling you. You don't look like you can handle yourself, but I can. So do yourself a favour and get lost.
They shouldn't rent houses in roads like this to people like you.
It's Meadow Gardens, mate, not Broadlands Avenue. Now, don't get above yourself and don't start on me. People like me. Now, get a...
I'll be off now, but I'm warning you when someone gets my gander up.
OK, so number 15 have rented to some noisy psycho neighbour.
Yes, it was gone midnight, Karen. I went round. Tim went round.
Oh, I bet that scared him.
Well, I'm a bag of nerves.
I know, but what's that got to do with your neighbours? Well, it might be fine tonight.
Yes, but he's the sort of person to keep up in the ante. He'll just be making noise now out of spite.
Haven't the other neighbours said anything?
I don't know. You think I should find out?
Strength in numbers.
So most of the neighbours were disturbed too?
Yes, and we've decided to go round there tomorrow, and when we all turn up on his doorstep, maybe the penny will drop.
Well, he's quiet tonight.
Better be. Of course, there's one avenue we could explore.
What?
Remember Joe, the gangster who nearly rented the spare room and cracked the bath?
Oh yeah,
You still have his card?
somewhere.
If Mick came face to face with Joe, I think he'd change his tune.
But Joe would want something in return, wouldn't he?
Suppose.
Money?
Protection money? You can't put a price on sleep.
Can I have that in writing and signed? So next time you keep me awake all night tossing and turning, I can show it to you.
No, you're not sleep deprived.
Only because I have a few hours sleep in the afternoon.
So, if I brought Joe into it...
No, darling, nothing illegal. I will be firm on this. I'm serious. If you get back in touch with Joe, I'll be very cross.
What? Oh, what the hell is this?
We are the Residents Association and we're all disturbed by your noisy party earlier in the week, and you don't want to upset the Residents Association?
Or what?
Or else?
Oh, I'm terrified.
You will be.
Well, you lot don't scare me. You don't want to mess with me either. Now clear off before I call the police and have you all done for trespass and threatening behaviour.
Hey, where are you all going? Typical, isn't it? Well, my criminal record looks like ticker tape, so bring it on, you thick
Right, that's it. This is war.
For God's sake, darling, you take the lynch mob round with pitchforks in hands, then you call him a thick... Why don't you just walk up to Joe and tell him he sounds like an ape?
Well, he roiled me.
Well, that's not all he'll do by the sound of it. War with the neighbours. Well, isn't it lucky I'm at home all day to keep an eye on things?
Yes, darling. Don't be cross with your little Hannah.
I am. Now go to sleep. I need some sleep. I have some thinking to do.
It's official. Number 15 and us are at war. Joe is our only hope.
Be careful, Han. Once you get involved with the underworld, there's no turning back. If you promise him a favour for a favour, you don't know what he'll ask you.
He might ask me to waste someone, put them to sleep with the fishes.
Stop watching gangster films, for God's sake. Anyway, in Shepperton's waters, they'd be sleeping with the busted mattresses, I should think.
I'm meeting Joe for coffee.
Look, he sounded like a right nutcase when he turned up to rent your spare room. You couldn't stop telling me how glad you were he didn't fit in the bath.
He was so big and bulky, he forced his way into the bath and cracked it. Didn't even apologise. I've seen a few cracks in my time.
That's what it says in the ladies.
Karen, I was going to say, but not like that.
But not like what?
Not like the crack he made in our bath.
Well, when you meet, just don't mention cracks if I were you. We don't want him getting any ideas, do we?
Mixing with the demi-monde, are we?
Can you get the voice of Russia with those ears?
I wasn't listening, I just overheard.
Anyway, how do you know phrases like demi-monde?
I'm cultured.
So is a bio live yogurt.
Well, you just watch yourself, gangsters. You might wake up and find a horse's head in your bed.
As opposed to a horse's arse, eh, Han?
Tim's not that bad.
I was joking.
I won't wake up with bits of horse in my bed.
No, they're all in the burgers they serve in the restaurant.
Well, well, Anna Spencer.
Hello, Joe.
I'll have a triple espresso latte. Go and get it for us and have one yourself. Your round.
There you go.
Thanks. Now then, let's get down to business. You want me to sort out some noisy neighbours?
Yeah. Tim tried, but he's just not scary.
I've known dead hookers scarier than him.
So that's why I thought of you. Muscle, put a bit of fear into him.
Well, I ain't no mediation service. I ain't Jeremy Kyle. What you're asking for is to be a member of my protection scheme, and that's an ongoing contract.
I just hoped you'd do a one-off, one payment, or maybe something in kind.
Nah, one-offs don't work. What if he starts giving you aggro again? Then you're calling me back and it's another one-off.
Oh, I thought one sight of you and it'd be over. I nearly peed my pants when I first saw you. You just go round and tell him you're watching him, and if he does anything to annoy us, you sort him out. You know, that kind of thing.
Well, I have a reputation to think of. I make a lot of money out of protection contracts and actually do very little work. The people who pay me, it's more of a retainer, really. They get my card, make one call, and I go round to whoever's hacking them off and make them wish they ain't been born.
Right.
Nice coffee.
Yeah, they're good here.
I'll tell you what I'll do. As it's you, £500 cash. I go round there and I leave him in no doubt as to what I'll do to him if he annoys you again. And you say nothing, or everyone else will start wanting it. Remember, I know where you live.
Okay.
Do we have a deal?
I'll run it by Tim first and ring you in the morning.
Right. Here's my number. Ring me by midday or the deal's off. I don't like being messed about.
Darling,
Yes.
you know about our noisy neighbours?
Yes, I can hear them.
Yes, it's...
Anyway, what about them?
You won't be cross with me, will you?
What have you done?
I rang Joe. Remember the gangster tenant to be?
Joe? The one that cracked the bath and made me wet myself?
Yes, he remembers you too.
Why? I specifically told you not to. You're like a naughty child. I tell you not to do something and you go right ahead and do it.
He'll sort the neighbours out.
Yeah, at what cost? You're in a protection racket now.
Well, as opposed to a noisy racket, yeah.
What does he want in return?
£500 cash by midday tomorrow.
How do you know he'll do it?
Gangster's honour.
Gangster's honour? He's not a scout.
How do you know?
Well, I don't, I suppose. What's the point of this conversation?
I'm going to pay him anyway. I just wanted your blessing. He normally puts people on a contract, so I did some good negotiation.
Well, if they do this every other night, I'll go crazy. All right, I know you'll do it now. The idea's in your head, so whether I approve is irrelevant. So you better do it then. But on your head be it.
I rang Joe. I went to the ATM and took out £500. Demands twice what I do, but would he pay his share?
I'm guessing it was a no.
It was. He was really cross that I went to Joe after he told me not to. He said I wasn't too old to get a spanking.
Well, that's your Friday night plan sorted then.
If he hadn't let the moths out of his wallet by then, he won't have a Friday night. I'll do a Lizzie Strata on his arse.
Sounds painful.
She was a character in a Greek play who told the women of Sparta to refuse to have sex with their husbands until they stopped fighting. I think it was Sparta anyway.
Yep, let me stop you there. Two things. One. And two.
Oh, thanks a bunch, Philistine.
Well, all I can say is I hope Joe does the business for you. Night after night without sleep is no fun at all.
Well, it depends what you're doing.
You look nervous, Tim. You big girl.
Here's your tea, Joe. Don't spill it.
Don't crack it.
Trying to be funny, son.
No.
Good. Good cup of that.
Oh, thank you.
So we ready then, are we?
You bet.
You know, if you told me it was an evening job, I'd have charged more. Maybe I'll have to call it 500 quid plus a favour.
Told you.
Favour?
Yeah, I'll let you know what and when.
Hannah.
Sorry.
That what you have to put up with?
Yeah, and it goes on till gone midnight and the whole street are at my throat because they say I've antagonised him and now they're all suffering.
No, after tonight they won't be.
Right, I'm absolutely sick of you. Get off my land or I'll sort you out.
Oh yeah, come on you loudmouth prick, come on.
Right then I will. And you're not going to stop me.
Nah, but I will.
What the? Here, where did you come?
I've been round the corner, ain't I? So that's how you talk to women, is it? Lost your tongue? Shame. I was going to rip it out and ram it up your arse. You don't want to know what I've done to the people who've crossed me or my friends. One bloke tipped me off and now his nickname's Stumpy. Get the idea?
Who do you think you are?
You can call me Joe. See this photo?
What? Oh, God. Oh, my God.
That's what I did to the last bloke who gave me attitude. Now you better watch your mouth, son, or you'll look like that and all. Now say sorry to Mrs. Spencer, there's a good boy. You'll do it fast before I twist your nuts off.
Sorry, Mrs. Spencer.
You happy with that apology?
No. I want him on his knees.
You but
Apologise better.
I'm really sorry. This Mrs. Spencer!
Say sorry to Tim as well.
Hello, darling. Getting it sorted then?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Spencer.
It's Dr. Spencer.
Sorry, Dr. Spencer.
That's better.
Right, apologies accepted. Now, before we go, let me tell you something. Anna and Tim are under my protection. They don't like your noisy music, and neither do I. You have 5 seconds to turn it off, or I'll come in there and smash it to bits. If I get word that your noise disturbs them ever again, you, my son, will be getting so badly messed up, even DNA tests won't be able to identify your body.
All right, you made your point.
I'll tell you when I've made my point. Any more from you and I'll put my foot so far up your arse, you'll be able to lick the toenails. Got it?
Yes, Joe.
Yeah, gotcha.
And if I come round here on a visit and hear any more noise from that boombox, I will, and I really mean this, fit the whole thing up your arse.
I'll turn it off right now.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Pleasure. We'll meet again when I need a favour. Tim,
Joe.
be seeing you.
Well, I don't think number 15 will even dare breathe after his brush with Joe.
No, quiet nights are back again. They might even rent somewhere else, hopefully.
Mind you, we're not completely out of the woods, are we?
That's true. We don't know what the favour will be.
Well, whatever it is, and whenever it is, we won't be able to refuse, will we?
He probably won't ask anyway. He just likes menacing people.
Shame I took that pantomime horse costume back after the nativity. Could have been a smashing wind-up there.
Oh, nice.
You have been listening to Sue Ford as Hannah, Robert Chantler as Tim, Caroline Palmer as Karen, Geoff Buckingham as Tony, Rob Day as Mick, and James Ford-Bannister as Joe. Highly Strung Hannah was written and directed by Robert Chantler, the audience coordinator was Matt Richards, and the producer was Victoria Lawrence. Highly Strung Hannah is a free theatre company production.